What's going on, everybody? Andrew back with a second video. First, I just want to say, so after I posted that first video, I did not actually believe that I was going to get that many comments. It was like, 20 or like 15 to 20 comments around there. And when I initially posted that video, I'm like, I genuinely thought like, no, it was going to get maybe like 10 views. It's at like 500 right now, which is really cool to me. And actually a ton of people were commenting. So I thought that was really cool, and I do appreciate it a lot. Like I said, I never honestly thought that would have happened. Like I thought just like maybe one person would have commented and would have been like, who's this guy? Like, what is this guy talking about? Come on. But if you want to message me directly, I left my Twitter in the bio. I just started a Twitter because I felt like that was just the easiest way, to go ahead and get in contact with me. So I left it in my bio. If you want to DM me on there, feel free. Follow me on there. I'm going to start posting on there as well. Kind of just my thoughts and, any wins I have and stuff like that where I feel like I could get value. So today I wanted to really talk about, if I were to restart this whole SMMA journey. If you watched my last video, if you haven't, what's up? My name is Andrew. I run an agency, and I've been doing it for about a year now, and I'm just sharing all the lessons I've learned along the way from this. But I wanted to talk about if I were to, restart from day one, what would I do differently? Because there's a ton of different things I would do, and also, why you're getting trapped in this SMMA box. Like those 4 words are a trap, okay? And I'm going to tell you why in this video. So when I first got started, like I thought the SMMA model was the end all be all. Like that was it, and that was going to take me to 100K a month, right? And I firmly believe like the path that I'm on right now, like I talked about in the last video, I'm doing about like 6 to 7K. And what I think is going to take me to 50 and even 100 is not that model, right? Because you are getting trapped by all these titles and thumbnails, and they're painting it as the vehicle. And let me tell you why it's not the vehicle. So SMMA consists of one thing that people talk about, and that is Facebook ads, right? Facebook ads, they paint it as this, this is what's going to grow your company. And at the end of the day, what's going to grow other people's companies is value. So how I see myself in this space is someone who can provide value to another business. And that's how you should see it too. Stop just thinking about Facebook ads, because Facebook ads are not the end all be all. And like I said, so if I were to restart from now, I would call a business. I would even go into a local business, honestly, and see what their actual bottleneck is. Now, picking the niche wise, obviously I would pick a niche where it's a little bit more expendable income they have, to try new things and try and bet on people to, help them grow their company. But at the end of the day, that's how you should be framing yourselves. You should go in to each company and say, hey, how can I help this company either grow, make more money, save more time, etc. Stop pitching just you run ads, because now it has been so saturated that literally you can look it up online, how to run ads and stuff like that. And I'm going to be honest, like I still have clients that I run ads for, but I've gotten, so deep into running ads on Facebook that, I've gotten pretty good at it. But at the same time, there's so many other people I'm competing with that also run Facebook ads. That's why I've if you watch my last video, I talked about, shifting. So we're doing a very slow shift into outbound, setting appointments for people through outbound strategies. We're helping people on LinkedIn. We're helping people, things that they don't know what to do, how to do whatsoever. That's how we're helping them. So back to what I was saying with, just Facebook ads, you need to go into a business whether that's local or call them up. And honestly, I did not call people up. And I wish I did, because it would just be so much faster. You either frame yourself as like, hey, I'm a student. Honestly, you don't even need to. You literally just say, hey, I'm looking to start a business in this industry. Can you please like run me through 5 minutes of what your biggest, bottlenecks are in the company, and I'll solve that problem for you, or I'll at least try, and I'll do like a month for free or something like that. That's what I would do. And even better is if you have a family member that runs a company, or it could be a friend at all, just shadow them for like a week. And you want to get into that industry, literally just shadow them for a week. Like, just ask. And I know it's like, oh, I'm wasting a week. If you find the correct pain point, you don't know how much that will give you a return on investment. So, like I said, if I were to restart, that's what I would do. I would shadow someone. I would try to find like any type of pain point in the business to help it grow. And growing can be saving time so they can hire other people. It can be, maybe their margins are bad, so you figure out a way to increase margins. And then even with, I know the new model is like the AI automation agency model, but within that, there are so many different things you can do within that to help them automate the business. Even start off with Zapier. Start off, at people you're using like make.com or Zapier, stuff like that, to start to help automate tasks. Like, there are so many different variables to a business. I just want to map this out real quick. So give me a second. Okay, cool. So I'm bringing out the Miro board. Okay, drawing's not going to be the best, but this is just to help you, kind of visualize it. And like I said, this is just what I would do, and this is what I've seen in the market. Okay, so here's you, or this is me back then. And here's this box. Let's just say this is a box of business. This is the business box. Okay. In this business box, there are so many types. Let me do this so it's a little bit easier to see. There's so many. Let's just categorize these as business models, right? Or ways to help, or variables in the business where you can help, right? There are so many different variables in a business, levers you can pull, right? And right here, this one is they need more leads from Facebook. So right here is Facebook ads. And this was me. Okay? And this might also be you as well. You see this. Let's just say those are eyes looking at the Facebook ads. And you get all happy, right? Because you saw this Facebook ads model. But the reason why you saw this is because your friend right here on YouTube, your guru friend, saw it before you. So let's say he saw it in 2018 and he got really good at it, and he spent 6 years on it, and you saw it in 2024. Right? And he is so much ahead of you that now he's able to sell the service. He's able to sell a course on how to do it. And like I said, this was in 2018. And now he's selling it to everyone. He's selling his course to everyone. So everyone over here, he bought this course. So now he sees Facebook ads too. Now he's all happy because he can run Facebook ads because he's listening to this guy. So it just keeps going on and on and on. So this guy also joined this course. So now everyone, like I said, this was me as well. Everyone is just focusing on Facebook ads. But look how many other variables there are in the business. For example, this one right here can be margins. Companies have horrible margins and they can't figure out how to be profitable. Well, we can solve that problem, right? If you just dive deep into it. If you spend the amount of time you spend on Facebook ads on this, then you can win, right? And what did I notice? I noticed in 8 months, into running an agency that my niche had a different problem that I just kept hearing over and over again is they can't get commercial clients. So what did I do? I'm still running these in the background. I'm still helping people with Facebook ads just because I spent so much time on it, and I bought courses and everything on how to run them, and we're actually doing good on it, but it's harder for me to sell. It's harder for me to sell because everyone is selling it. Even though I know I'm way better than a lot of people selling it, I could show results, I could show everything, but as soon as they hear Facebook ads, then they automatically, it's like, oh, geez, again? No matter how good my results are, right? But if I come here and I say, I could help you land commercial jobs with no paid ads, that's definitely a B. With no paid ads, without ads, then their ears perk up. They're like, oh wait, this is new. I haven't heard of this. So even if the service isn't as good in the beginning, okay, we're constantly iterating services, right? But it's just easier to sell this because they haven't heard of it before. And you're getting trapped in this little box right here. I mean, think of it, thousands and thousands. Hey, I could onboard. This was actually one of my ideas that I would actually do if one of the ideas I had was to create an automate people's onboarding. Like I would create a system. You could use this idea if you want because I thought it was good and I thought of it like 5 months down the line, but I would create an automation system to onboard people because I hate onboarding in agencies. So I would create an agency to help create automations to onboard people and create a super seamless experience. Use Zapier, use Make.com, use APIs to, use ChatGPT to create everything. Send, puts or something like that. As you could tell, I haven't dove deep into it enough. But yeah, you would use all these automation tools, like I said, to help people onboard because it takes me a long time, and I've started to automate onboarding. I've gotten pretty good at it, but it took me so long to do. So if I had an agency, it's like, hey, I can do this for $1,000. If it's good enough, I probably would have got it. But that's just another little lever. And there's just so many in here, but you and me in the beginning was stuck in this little Facebook ads box. Remember, you are an online business here to provide other companies with value. That is your job. Okay? Because that's what online businesses can do. They're going to provide value and they're going to make other companies more money. How do we make other companies more money? How do we find their pain points? You don't have to directly do it. You can do it by saving them time, which inherently makes them more money, right? So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And if you what I would do, genuinely, I had a bad habit of this. Even though people who have been in the space longer, they would tell me stuff and I would watch videos. I'm like, nah, I don't, who cares? And then I would just make the same mistakes. So, I mean, if you want, I'm not saying you can't, try selling this. It's going to be a little bit more difficult than to sell something like this or this. Or, hey, try competing with me. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, there's just so many different options in an online business. It is endless, and you don't have to copy and paste other people. I genuinely believed in myself, to myself, that I wasn't creative enough. I wasn't smart enough to create my own model, create my own type of business. And when I jump on calls with people like this now, they say this is a really cool idea. This is a really cool business model. Everyone I pitch has converted so far. I know down the line people aren't going to convert, but everyone who I pitch with this, they convert because it provides value. It's new. It's unique. Not everyone is doing it. And yeah. And Steve Jobs always says, like, Steve Jobs said, like, I'm going to butcher this quote like a ton, but he just talks about once you realize that people are no smarter than you, then you start to change the world, right? So once you realize this guy who's pitching Facebook ads to you, he's no smarter than you, he's just done it a little longer. Once you realize that, then you're like, oh, wait, I'm creative too. I'm a human being with my own mind. I don't have to listen to all these gurus that have just been doing it longer. Right? Because imagine the first guy who actually came up with this SMMA agency with just Facebook ads. I don't know. Was he that much smarter, or did he just stumble upon something and it caught traction on a video? Like, for example, maybe in 5 years, the new thing might be margins, the margin model. Just because someone stumbled across it, they felt like posting a TikTok on it, and it just started blowing up. Right? So these guys aren't smarter than you, and it took me so long to realize this. They just came up with something and just did it for a long enough period of time, and then they were able to resell it to other people and get a ton of eyeballs and oversaturate this. Right? And then it just goes in a cycle. Because like I said, now this is the new model. Now this becomes unsaturated. But instead of just going back and forth, we see what's in here. What's this? What's this business problem? What's this business problem? Okay? And then this is why you want to talk to other business owners. And I made this mistake. I wouldn't call people up because I was like scared. I was like, I didn't want to bother people. But if you say, hey, give me your biggest problem in your business and I can help you solve it, I'll work months on end to create a really cool service to help you solve this problem, and you get a month for free trial for a month, of course, they're going to be like, yeah, dude, I'll this, pick one. And then you just keep working every day to solve it. So that's what I would do if I were to restart my agency from scratch. I mean, not even my agency. If I were just to, I just found out about making money online, and I wish I wish I would have saw this video. So I hope you got some value from that video, because as you can tell, I get kind of fired up talking about it, because a lot of these people on the internet won't tell you this. They won't tell you that there are so many other business problems to solve in this space. Like, just to reiterate, imagine how, if you go into a business today and you just shadow them, you realize, oh my God, there are so many little intricate details inside of a business. There are so many systems in play. And lead generation and this whole, Facebook ad thing, that is like 0.01% of the business. And then everyone is just focused on that. And then these people who are selling courses on Facebook ads, they want you to think that. They want you to think that with Facebook ads, this can solve the whole business. This can generate so much revenue and it could solve everything. And yes, it can solve problems, but lead generation is just only one problem. There are so many other problems. And like I said, being fully transparent, I have clients who I run Facebook ads for, and we do really good. But it's harder to sell because they've gotten burned in the past by people who can't run Facebook ads. So now I'm coming in and I say I run Facebook ads. Like I said, even though I know I'm better than these people, it's harder to sell. So if you come up with something and you genuinely make an impact on their business, you make an impact and you actually come in and help their company save time, make them more money any way you can, then you win. And then the goal would be to stack another service on top of that. So the more you can just keep stacking and helping these companies actually grow by then, instead of just generating leads, that's when you start to win. And I'm still trying to figure this out too myself. Like, I'm slowly shifting, but I just started to realize this a couple months ago. It took me way too long to realize. And like I said, I'm so deep into the process now. I'm so deep into Facebook ads. Like, I've gotten testimonials and everything. Now it's just like, okay, I'm still going to keep running with it. But like I said, if I were to restart, have just a view, bird's eye view on the whole thing, I would be like, okay, let's pick an industry with lots of expendable income, who's willing to try new things, who has tons of problems. Let's call them up. Let's shadow their business. Let me talk to family members. Like, honestly, the best thing to do is, my dad owns a sheet metal company. If I would have went in there and started trying to solve different problems using the internet, automating tasks, everything like that, I could have sold the service with that. But like I said, I'm so deep into my niche. I'm so deep into Facebook ads. I'm so deep into this that it's like, okay, I'm not going to switch now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you could, drop a like, subscribe, drop a comment on what you want to see next. We actually got a lot of comments. A lot for me. And it really does mean a lot. I think it's super cool. That's why I'm going to keep creating videos. Now I'm addicted. I'm addicted to creating videos now. You guys are giving me positive feedback loops. So now I'm addicted to giving value. Okay. So yeah, follow me on Twitter. DM me on Twitter if you want any advice or anything like that. I'd be more than happy to answer anything. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next video.